Hi, guys. Welcome back to the Skedaddle podcast. These are your hosts, John and.
Chris.
And yeah, thank you for tuning back in. No, that's not gonna work. Uh, I guess we're gonna keep the spooky theme for this month.
Because you guys just keep asking for it.
Yeah, last episode was crazy. Now, but today we're just gonna talk about I don't know death in general, I guess, and I have been watching some TV shows, documentaries about serial killers and things like that. So let's just get into it. Well, one thing that I was thinking when I was watching the documentary, I was like, how come I never heard of serial killers before? Like before I came to the US.
So, when you were in Mexico, did you live in any big city? Any
No.
points?
I mean, I was like an hour away from.
Yeah, but there is always something in the big cities, but nothing as elaborate that it is in America, honestly. Like, I think
I know.
because there's so much opportunity, so much freedom of not talking to each other, like keeping there's what I call like this a social bubble. You can keep it to yourself and that's totally fine. But in most of the other countries, like somebody who is just so much into themselves and not them, everybody's like more onto him. There's always this nosy neighbor like, oh yeah, what's up with that?
I guess that's true, and that's why it's a much bigger place, right? So
Exactly. Much
there's just a chance, the chance that something will develop
statistically.
statistically.
But also, I think I don't know. I'm not sure, but one thing I can hypothesize is that sexuality in the countries that we're from is not that open, or like you don't explore it much. But when you explore it more, or it's the concepts are out more, maybe people find it themselves more and they can act on it more. Because if you see, like, what was that guy? The guy who ate people, Jeffrey Dahmer.
Oh, he ate them? I was a Hannibal the cannibal? No.
You don't know Jeffrey?
No, I know different. I watched some of it. I
17
know,
people.
like completely.
Well, I'm not sure if he cleaned up the bones.
No, like he would
But no,
like
he
cook
would
them
cook
or
them
what?
and eat them, yeah.
Like as part of his diet or? No, I mean he said like
Are you looking for like a high protein diet as part of his diet?
no, because like I mean obviously like if you're a regular person, right? Like when do you eat the human
You
meat?
didn't so you've been
No, I haven't.
watching TV all the time.
I never fully like watched that series.
Okay, I didn't watch the complete thing, but I read about him because it's just so interesting. But no, he was a gay
Yeah.
person that was suppressed and he didn't feel he can express himself. And his way of coping with it was that nobody is sure that he has started this and then kind of fell into it and kept doing it, or was he like a real psychopath? But considering how much he can train, it probably that has some really underlying problems. But he goes on dates like in bars and pick up guys, and then just have sex with them, or take pictures of them, like kind of in like a little bit more of a bondage kind of way. And then he doesn't want him to go, so he kill him, and then he chop him off, and then he
When the freezer?
Yeah, he cook him, and then when they found him. Oh my god! When they found him, they found multiple sets of skeletons, all corners of his thing that they were like kind of what's the word for
Compared?
way like little by little going decaying, yeah,
Okay.
decaying through time. And yeah, he would eat them. And yeah, 17 people, I think. If I mean, somebody correct me, maybe it was more, but man. But the reason that this went on for a long time because he targeted black people. So nobody was looking after them, or
Yeah, I kind of remember something like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
that people were like, "Oh, I don't care that."
Or like when they were trying to, it was that kind of bad time that if you were black, you weren't as this
Priority.
yeah, priority wasn't it, or you weren't as equal as a normal citizen. So nobody was apparently. I guess finally his neighbor kind of gave away because she was just kind of concerned like, what are these people and the smell
Yeah.
coming and all that. But he was apparently like a good looking guy. I actually like I saw his picture. He was a good looking guy. And something in the series or that they were developing that he was interested in corpses from the very young age, and his dad kind of found would get him roadkills. And he would like completely like, work on them and open them, which you could have completely gone to a really interesting science way.
Yeah.
Become like the best surgeon in the world.
Yeah, it could have been developed to something better.
No, work in the
Morgue.
Fine, yeah, the morgue. Oh, fine. I just said that Farsi word. It means like bravo. Morgue, or like the one that they work for the police to.
Yeah, like do the autopsy.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
But so there's something there.
Okay. Well, the new one, so that whole series is called Monsters, right? Like it started off with some other person. I think it was the brothers or something. I don't know what was the first.
The couple, but the twins.
The twin? No, they weren't twins. They were just brothers.
Oh, okay. They killed their parents.
Yeah, they killed their parents, right? That was the second one, I think. The first one I forgot what it was. And then Jeffrey Dahmer, and now the new one is like.
But they only killed their parents, right?
Yeah.
So.
But they went through the whole like. They got a bunch of money, and then they were kind of crazy, and then one of them turned into the other one. Like, one of the brothers kind of turned against the other brother, and then they got all confused, like, who actually did what, like, they were just effed up.
Why they kill their parents?
Their parents were really mean. Like, they were really bad.
They deserve to die.
Yeah, kind of.
Okay.
I mean, in my head, I was like, yeah, I don't know if they deserve to die, but the dad was very controlling. Same thing, like, the mom wouldn't defend them. I think the dad molested one of the kids. And like the mom just allowed it. Like, yeah, like that's something that the dad does to their sons, I guess. I don't know. So one of them was really effed out about that, and they're like, okay, no. And then they just came home and just.
That's as bad as they said, and then like that makes sense. Like just because.
Yeah, but like there was something like there were some like discrepancies in what they said, and like I don't know. It was.
Oh, like they made it up or something.
Yeah, or maybe they weren't as abused as they thought, or
Okay.
I don't know. I completely forgot exactly what happened. It was interesting, but the new one came out. It was about.
So first, let's go to this. So you didn't hear anything like about serial killers or anything.
I mean, they were killers by the freaking cartel. That's the only ones. Those are the ones I heard.
These serial killers.
Yeah, these are the killers, but they were serial killers. Yeah, they're like. Yeah, don't mess with them, or otherwise we'll cut off your head and hang you off a bridge. That's kind of the.
Was it a real thing? Why would they hang it from the bridge to make a statement? So don't mess with us. Do you know of anybody or heard of anybody who died?
Oh yeah, I mean, I told you I talked to my mom, and this guy that I went to school with, they found them chopped like arms and legs cut off in the wild, near to my town.
And how do we know that these things are done by cartel, but it's not something like somebody does to this person and just like,
oh, because they know, like, before it happens, they people know that when you're involved with them.
Oh, I see.
It's like.
But it does happen that if there's something like so prominent in the area that you can get killed by cartel, somebody kills you and be like, well, somebody might think that you were involved, and you can just make it look like cartel.
Yeah, but most of the time it's like, yes, like. These people suddenly they have money. They were hanging out late at night with these people. Like it's pretty obvious when someone gets involved with, especially when they have parties. They will invite them and like, oh, like who are these people with like a huge truck and very shiny things, So it's
Okay.
Usually it's not because of.
So in Iran, there was this one thing. Which, like how copycats, that like somebody, so I think it was a copycat of a Western thing, but it was called Khofash Shab, which means the bat of the night, like the bat, like the
bird.
Yeah, but like not in a good way.
Yeah.
So it's like a taxi driver,
Mm-hmm.
and in nights it was just based on situation, he would just take their passengers, abuse them, kill them, and throw them in
Like women?
deserts. Women and men.
Oh, both?
Yeah, mostly
'Cause-
women, but sometimes men, if they were like for money, mostly. But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but like it took and then because that was like they couldn't catch him, and then it started to have a lot of copycats.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so I remember I was like maybe in my 10 when I was 10, 9 year old. That was a time that it was you wouldn't take cabs or anything in the night anymore, like unless you're a full family or something like that. But it just went away through time.
Yeah.
But that was the only thing. One murder that I specifically remember reading it was all over newspaper,
Mm-hmm.
which was super funny, and I'm kind of like, it is horrific. But so this lady killed her husband at home, and which happens quite a lot, right? Most of the times that some people is killed, they're killed by a spouse. So look out, guys and gals, and whatever, right? It's abusive, whatever. She very elaborately chops up him and dispose of anything that was like his head and all that, very little by little, through trash and all that. And then she invites his parents over for lunch and
Feeds them.
feeds them. Cooks them this beautiful ormasabzi, which is like a stew with meat and vegetables.
And the man
their
is
son.
delicious.
Yes, make them eat their son. And I don't know.
Damn, that's so effed up.
And then she goes and like confesses all this, because how else would they know?
Yeah. And I just wanted to,
To see, like what happened that she really thought that these are of course this is a episode that you psychosis, right? But what takes you to go like, you know what? No, I'm not gonna be done here.
yeah, you gotta take it further.
Cooking, marinating, and watch his parents eat him. I was
Then
crazy.
she was done with that guy.
I know, I'm done with life. That
Yeah.
just to make
What-
this a statement, and but just like, you know what, I'm gonna go to this. And I remember, and I was like, that is cool.
I mean, I feel like if I didn't end doing something like that, I was like, you know what?
What's that?
Let's
Just
just keep going
enjoy.
bigger. You know, just
Like, because
take
if
it to
you're
the
a
extreme.
killer, and
Yeah.
if you do something like this and it's like a decision that you made,
Mhm.
that it, of course, like she's been thinking about it such a long time, and it happened in the perfect timing, and she did, and she's like, okay, now what do I do? And
I think it's kind of like those things. that happen-
revenge.
Yeah, but you know, it's like your head does something crazy when you do something like that, right? Like
Mhm.
people who just break down because something happened, or like they go into a full, like, psychosis episode. I mean, it's nothing shocking per se, I guess.
This is the thing that is stuck in my head
Mhm.
of like the news that I read here and there. Of course, there were like, I remember. So in Iran, we still have it is allowed to kill somebody when they kill you. So, for example,
What do you mean, like the death penalty?
yes, you
Okay.
have the death penalty, and it is if it
How do you kill someone?
Sorry.
Like,
sorry, the death penalty. So if it is like, in an accident or like in a fight and all that, the right of deciding that or waiving that is on the family. And there
Oh,
are
really?
so many of those things out there, which happens, right? People in fights get like,
drunk driving or whatever.
right? They just kill each other, and legally it's death because you killed somebody, and it wasn't necessarily like murder, but you were at fault that you killed this person, right? And but the family or the descendants or whatever, they have the choice to say no. And there are actually a lot of very touching movies about these things that happen, that people say no and that people said yes, and that the other family, they try so hard to go convince them that please just let him like rot in jail, don't kill him, or things like that. So that's that. But also like if you're like a rapist, which I think is a pretty good thing. I mean, America is a little bit too lenient on these things. If you're a rapist, like if you're like not just rape one or two, like you rape, right? And you definitely death penalty, but it's generally like very aggressive death. Like, for example, they hang.
Not like an injection or something.
Yeah, they hang them in the public or something to just like make a statement. Like, this happens if you do. It's just like super barbaric, like super fake.
Yeah.
But thinking about what a horrible, horrible life, and because every rape you do, you take your freaking life of that people, and completely change the courses of like their life and probably their children and their husbands or their wives, and it's just messed up. So you really have to give a lot of lives for that. So those are scary. Like I remember there's like pictures in the newspapers that there's like people hung, and there was like little thing on their face. And I remember my dad kept saying like, why did they put something on their face? We need to see these faces because their family, everyone should be embarrassed of like creating something. But they would like always like censor their faces. But that's about it. Other than the government like being the most horrible thing, like the most horrific thing in Iran is our government and the police. The things they have done, the horrors they have done to innocent people, like we have touched on it before. So that's the most scary thing. Like nobody can top that.
Yeah, I know the suppressive government. Our government is not suppressive, but like they get involved with the cartel, so
like that.
It's like the same thing.
So
yeah, we'll become rich together. And
but like something is more like terrifying and dark when you tie horrible actions to religion and God. Like I don't know if I told you, but like there are some extremist Muslims that they believe that if a woman did something wrong, which in this case would be going against the government, which is assigned by God because the leader is the leader of all Muslims. So some of whatever reason he has some God like level thing. So if you question him, you question God. And in Islam, if you question God, you're anti-God, so you should be killed. So if you did something like that, if you're a woman and you did that, and if you're a virgin, and if they kill you, you go to heaven. So they rape you to make sure that you go to where you deserve. And they do it as part of like, because they're doing it for God. Because I'm just have a question, like if God came up with the idea, if somebody dies, virgin goes to heaven, are you to go there between them, even though you're killing them?
I know, right?
But no, they rape them all. Like every time that these things happens, that they take all these women.
I think aren't you interfere with God's will at this point?
But
yeah,
they think like no, they're just helping there because they're the hand or they're like the tool for just getting this right point. And isn't that just so horrific? And there are people that during the revolution that these things happened to them and they could escape. Something happened, they were let go, and they came out and made documentaries with BBC. There are so many BBC documentaries of these Iranian women that escaped to London or Washington and told them about the things they happened to them and the things they saw. So, and every time with the women life freedom that happened, same thing happened. And that's why they kill themselves. Most of the women prisoners that they just find ways to kill themselves after a while. Because like, seriously.
And what is life?
Exactly.
Yeah. Is this even life?
Yeah. Not seriously. I thought it was going. So yeah, that's about the dark shit.
Not about it.
So yeah. Are you scared yet?
Yeah, are you scared?
Because I think this is important. That to me, that's what I think about. That maybe that's the reason I don't get scared so much from the movies. Nothing is scarier than people. Like
yeah, that's why I think every time I watch anything like that.
Human, right there. The people that you see them, you live with them, they're right by you, and you don't know how horrible they are.
Kill me.
Staring at those eyes.
What did I do? I have nothing.
Okay, now go tell us about the.
Oh, I forgot what I was gonna say now.
You were talking about the.
Yeah, I mean, because all kind of nice but it was when you talk about the whole like things tied to religion. Because there was this lady that I saw this short or reel or whatever, and she was like, "Yeah, like God like loves you, but He made you He hates sin, but He made you a sinner." Which He killed His son to save you from that sin. It's really simple. So you had to not sin, even though He made you, but He loves you a lot. Right? But He made you. It's just like,
So simple.
it's so simple. It's really simple, really. Like, so all you have to do is not sin, even though he made you a sin.
It's just like part of your features.
Yeah, but he loves you so much, you know. But he killed his son because he loves you so much. This thing.
What a twisted guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, so whatever. So like, yeah, like this made up thing that people just doesn't make sense. Yeah, but the new series for this monster, like whatever show, is Ed Gein. Which it's all based on real things, right? So Ed Gein was this guy from Wisconsin, and the thing that he did was that he killed 2 people. I think he only killed 2 people,
Okay.
but he will rob like grapes and the bodies. And he has some weird obsession with his mom or something like that. So in the show, like, well, I don't want to. I mean, the show is this real story, so I guess it's not a spoiler, right? But he was very upset with his mom, and he
Upset or upset?
not obsessed.
Okay.
Like he just worshipped his mom, and the mom was crazy. Like I think she was like a cultist or something.
Yeah.
But she was like, "You're never gonna marry a woman. Women are like witches, and blah blah blah. And you're never gonna have a son. All these things because like men are tainted." Like she hated her husband. I think like she kicked him out or something. And what else happened? Yeah, like and he was kind of like dumb, like the way he talked and stuff. People thought, "Oh yeah, he's not fully there. He's just like doing his own little things, like the crazy of the town. Not the crazy, but more like the dumb kid of the town. But he was this huge, tall guy.
Of course.
Of
Do you know
course,
what they are?
they're always like huge, like tall as fuck. I don't know if in the real story he killed his brother or not, but he killed his brother, and then the mom had like a stroke, and she eventually died too.
Right.
But he was also obsessed. This whole happening during the World War II. And for some reason, he was obsessed with this lady that used to like torture Jews, and like she would take their skin and make objects out of it. Like she made a lamp of like someone's skin, like the cover.
You know the lady that in New Orleans also did that with black people.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
I remember that from American Horror Story.
Yeah.
So he somehow was obsessed with that, and then he kind of started doing the same with other people's bodies. Like he made like chairs that were covered on the skin. He made the exact same lamp, and
From the dead people who would take out.
yeah.
Oh, so he was.
And he made
like
boys.
antiques.
But he will also have sex with
Okay.
with the dead.
At first, that's
Yeah.
Okay.
No, so he was. I don't know exactly how.
Isn't it a real thing, right? Like people have a thing. That's crazy.
I'm like that thing cannot be the good, you know.
God, like,
Would it be decomposing as like
God, that's so gross.
It is.
Like I can understand that people like the helplessness, like when you're like having sex with somebody and they're extremely dominant. You can get it with a person, I'm sure. Like you don't have to do it with a dead person.
He was like courting this lady, and she was also I don't know if that was a real person in the real story, but he was also into like he was showing photographs. Oh look, this photographer like, and it will be like pictures of bodies and things like that, like from the war, and she was also kind of obsessed with that. So he kind of brought her in and like, hey, like, look what I did, and like he's like, what is that? Like she didn't think that he was actually killing people or robbing graves, digging people out. And she said, okay, well, no, you're we're kind of this together, But he really wanted to sleep with her, but he's like, no, like I'm saving myself. But she was having sex with other people. He was also like a lady that wanted to get out of that town and somewhere else. So she went before she was leaving, he said, what am I supposed to do? How am I supposed to like get this out of me? He's like, well, you know who's helpless? Like these bodies, they don't feel anything. And he's like, oh, I thought about it, but I never done it. So she leaves to New York to try to meet with the photographer and show her work, because she was taking pictures of the things that he was doing, like real pictures of dead people. And she wanted to be like him, and the guy didn't believe her at all. Like, oh, this is all fake. Who are you from the town from nobody? You have no talent. So like she like basically he like tear down her dreams, and she came back. But before she left, like the guy, that's when he started having sex with the bodies, and then she came back.
Would a woman be able to have sex with dead bodies? No.
No,
It's really hard.
Yeah, I don't know what you'll get.
Or it's not hard.
Well, she came back and he wanted to have sex with her. He's like, "You're too warm."
Ew.
So this guy, he made her like he gave her like a nice bath, and then
But I like the dedication here.
and she was like, "What? Like, where's this girl?" Like, she was all like disappointed, like on like ground because this guy basically told her like she had no talent and all this stuff.
But she still wanted to sleep with this guy
Mm.
very badly because he was so huge.
He was a huge guy, like I don't know, almost over 6'4". I don't know. Yeah, and as they eventually figure out what happened,
So how is this thing gonna come out? Like, did the police figure it out?
because he did kill 2 people.
Okay.
So he killed a tavern lady, and then he also killed a hardware store owner.
Mm.
Which in the show apparently they had a thing going on,
Mhm.
which I don't know if that was true or not, but because he was crazy, like he thought that his mom still lived with them, and the mom was telling him to do all these things, and the mom told like, "Why are you sleeping with that lady? She's like, she has this disease, she's divorced, blah blah blah," and like he believed them. Yeah, I mean he believed her like in his head. So then he went to the lady and told him all this thing, like, "Who told you all this thing? Get out of my store." And then he's like, "Well, I'm going hunting, so can you get me one of these?" And then she gave him the rifle, and then he just
Oh, that makes sense.
and then that's how
It wasn't that dumb.
no, like that's the thing, like he wasn't really
There's
dumb.
something about his emotional connection.
And then
with
he
logic.
was also dressed in women's clothing, which is strange. So whenever the
What a
police came
shit.
over and decided,
They were so confused. What
and
is
then
this?
the police asked him, "Oh, we saw you. Oh, well, let me ask my mom." And they all know like the mom is dead. So like, but people thought that he was just a crazy, like dumb kid that didn't know what was going on. So then that happened with the other lady, and then they're like, okay. And the son of the lady was like a cop.
About all the antique things with the human.
'Cause they went to his house.
What they do with them? You think
They would
the items?
I think they auctioned them off when he went to jail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be cool? Like, that's haunted. If you want, like, have a haunted
Like
object.
on one of them, you can see like a nipple on the back of this, the chair.
I would not want to buy them, but I would see them.
And the lamp looked crazy. And then when he went to jail, apparently he was in contact with that lady, that German lady that was doing all the things.
Somebody owns a lamp made of people.
Mm-hmm.
That is cool, right? That is, woof.
No, I don't want that.
I don't want. I very want to see it though. Like, I don't know, something. It's still, I get kind of weirded out when I see like fetus and alcohol and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
But
like like
on board
weird things,
fetus,
right?
Yeah. If it's weird, like it's just people. When it's like an eyeball or like something from a person, because somehow we have associated soul again with our body so much that it has that feeling. But we're okay totally with wig is made of real hair.
Yeah.
Everybody thinks about like, oh, you're wearing my hair.
Because like hair is like it's a
Because it keeps falling off.
yeah, like it's a thing that grows.
But
right?
how do you not feel like that with nails then? When everyone thinks nails are super gross.
I don't know, because you touch everything with nails, right? Like the accumulation
I
of
just think that because we decided to do that. Because hair could be like gross as hell too. Like what if how people don't wash their hair, like all that. You can also like sure you wash the hair, it gets clean. You can wash the nails too. Your nail grows.
Yeah, but you don't.
Cut them off.
Your nails always grow though.
Same with the hair.
Not if you don't have any. What do you mean then? What is gross about nails?
When you see like cut out nail, like imagine if somebody tells you, here you go, I've made you some acrylic nails made of human nail.
They're like, well, for one, they wouldn't hold, but you have nails. Like, what would you put a nail over your?
People do it every goddamn day. They put the plastic nail on and then
Yeah, but but you know that it's plastic, right? You know that it's not real. It's just covering your real nail.
But because the real hair is beautiful, people are okay to overlook the fact that this is not plastic. I'm sure if you give people the option when choosing a plastic hair and a real hair that you cannot tell apart, they would go with the plastic hair because then they would be conscious about, well, this is somebody's hair. But right now it's so beautiful. We're like, you know what, it's okay.
Okay.
So maybe like, you know, another word, a threshold for like, you know, this ring is beautiful. I don't mind it's like actually made of human bone. But on the other hand, you know,
Well, I do try really hard to like not look at things like that way, right? Like, okay, it's skull or whatever, like,
right?
yes,
It's just
but it's
not the human.
it's an
anymore.
object, yeah. At this
But
point,
like if I give you a femur and I give it to you and just tell you like keep it in your home, how do you feel about that?
but what would I want to be? To use as a battle? What?
As decoration.
Like paint it, like make it.
Shower and get a small shower.
There's like, oh yeah, that'd be a perfect Halloween decoration. No one will like figure out that it's
Actually, this is Jack.
Jack. Guy from Tom and Jerry.
Damn, I'm sure somebody does. That person who bought all those things, they probably have more stuff. You know that there was this Harvard medical school thing that people were donating their body for science, and that person was auctioning them in black markets. So somebody's buying this shit.
It's true.
Oh man. I think nothing to me is more haunted if we were talking about haunted, if nothing is than also a piece of a person. Because we're talking about haunted, I think talking about human soul. Well, this is like a piece of something that a demon haunted it.
But
what would that be? Well, it still would be a person. Because
yeah, so like how would they get like demon has to where did they come?
Mirrors. A mirror could be haunted and I would scare the fuck from it. Yeah.
Like you hold it and
they're gonna take you in, or they're gonna show you stuff.
oh, like it's behind you, it's like the
exactly. Mirror is definitely not gonna go around. Like and that's why in antique stores there's no mirror. I've been looking like there's not really that mirrors. There are like
music boxes are creepy.
Yeah, they are because like it seems like the Jacko something.
The thing that pops out. I forgot what they call the boxes.
The fast food.
Jack in the Box?
Jack in the Box.
Okay.
Yeah. So
yeah.
because there's something to hold it. Okay. But yeah, that lady in New Orleans. What do you know about her?
Yeah, she will keep slaves, right?
Yeah.
And then she will like keep them on like in cages and things like that.
Yes.
She will like sew their minds together and things like it would be
crazy. Like she was a French
Madame Louise.
Yes, you're right. And she had a family and everything, and they had slaves, and she would pick and choose which slaves, and some of them she would keep there. She had this one floor dedicated to this, and they were like she would keep them alive and like to sew them, open their skin. Oh my god!
I don't know. In the show, there was one where she like her like super fit slave, and then she sewed like a bull's head over him. I don't know. That was just the show, or that happened for real.
Wow! And when they find, so you know how they find it? Find it out?
No.
Okay, so there was like a fire, and the fire department or something comes in, and they find all the other things. So,
but they were still alive or no?
Some of them were like a couple people were alive, and the other ones were just like kind of haunt.
Yeah.
But isn't it crazy that if that fire didn't happen, I mean, I might be wrong, but something happened, like I don't know, like water leak, but I think it was fire. And they go and they're like, holy shit, because you were in, and that shows how much other shit was going on in the suppression area that were black people and nobody followed them or nobody checked on them because they were just objects, and all the horror story that happened, and people went by normal. Because what happens if your slave dies? I don't think anybody's gonna ask like, okay, did you do a death certificate?
Oh yeah, I did do all that. Yeah.
Nothing. If you like buried them and give them a grave, I guess you were just a nice owner. So that's just oh my God, when I think about those things, I kind of understand a lot of other rage that comes out of it. Imagine if you were part of this family that your great grandfather was like died sewn to a bowl. Like, come on.
Yeah.
How are you supposed to walk away from that? So when I was in New Orleans, I did go by that house because it's still there. It's in that corner. It has such an odd vibe. I think they do it on purpose. I didn't go in because we just didn't have time. But I parked in front of it and looked at it. I'm like, all right, yeah, sure.
Yeah. I think like that's why I want to visit some of the. This is what my teacher told me. She went to some Holocaust museum, and they had like things. I just like the vibe. I mean, I feel like the environment itself says you to that.
Artistically, I think they
Yeah,
do it.
they do it intentionally. Right? Obviously, psychologically, okay, you know that something bad happened.
Yeah.
Like, but I thought, can you feel the souls?
I went to a prison like that in Iran, a museum prison, and oh my God, like that, like really, really old prison. That shit, like horrible thing happened there, and they did really on purpose. Did some things that hang stuff and like bloody things, and I don't think that was a really appropriate thing to take middle schoolers to. Like really, like I was after we were done with it, I didn't like dwell and like, but my friends had like nightmares for 2 weeks.
Yeah, so when I went to Hiroshima in Japan.
Oh yeah.
That was also something.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh my God.
I was like,
all the nuclear things. Were there artifacts of or things about people who got mutated?
No, but they were like clothings, like it looked like a kid's like overall, like just kind of.
Oh, so isn't that as scary though? Like,
no,
you know how like.
But they will have photos of. No, they didn't have much like that.
Have you seen
Yeah,
the movie
but
Eyes, The Hills Have Eyes?
There was some like that that were like person with no eyes, photos of things like that, or like their back is all burned.
Oh yeah.
Like things like that. But just seeing like the little instruments like a kid's had like just half burned.
You know all the movies about like post radiation disasters, like Hills Have Eyes.
Haven't seen it.
That's one of the really. I think that was the first movie that I ever saw that was scary in light. Like everything was happening in bright lights. So this family would go on a picnic or whatever near this area, and apparently the hills over there was some radioactive later, like radioactive something happened, and the whole village was all messed up. With like they would eat people, they had like because they were just.
That was real?
No.
Oh, okay.
But it was from the idea of like post radiation things. And then when the whole fear that they were just constantly like watched, and then they would attack them and would take them there. And that was real fear. That real fear that, oh my gosh, somebody is gonna come get me. And there's a specific moment I remember that they were like going like behind a wall and like looking for it, and they would like you hear the breathing. And I was like, oh my God, that is scary. Like no matter if it's like a thief in my house that I know that's gonna kill me, that's fucking scary. No matter if it's a monster or what. That's just like pure fear. Oh man.
But yeah, that was also crazy. That lady,
yeah.
And now the other show that I watched is called Devil in Disguise, and it's also about this other serial killer. I think he's like might be the most killers in the U.S. or something. But his name was John Gacy.
Gacy, okay.
And I think there are kind of like 33 murders under his name. But this guy was also interesting because he how did it happen? He will bury their bodies under his house.
Wait, I'm sorry. There is a Wikipedia page list of serial killers by number of victims. Just wanted to put it there.
Is he there?
Okay, serial killers with the highest known victim counts. Name, Luis Garavito. Country, Colombia, Ecuador, Venezuela. Years active from 1992 to 1999. Proven victims, 193 people. Possible victims between 194 to more than 300. Child murderer, torture killer, and rapist known as La Bestia. The Beast.
The Beast, yeah.
Garavito confessed to killing 140 boys between 6 and 16 years old from October 1992 to April 1999 in Colombia and neighboring countries. He is suspected of murdering over 300 victims, mostly street children. Garavito was originally sentenced to 1,853 years in prison, but this was later reduced to 22 years. After he led police to many of the bodies of his victims, he was scheduled to become eligible for parole in 2023. He died on October 12, 2023.
Okay,
Interesting.
good.
Why would they?
Maybe someone killed him. Like, no, you're not getting out of here.
Thank you. Yeah,
Yeah.
seriously. Why would anybody? That's one of the shittiest thing. Like, somebody killed 140 kids. Even they become fucking angel. Even they start a freaking religion.
Yeah,
No.
I don't know. Sorry, you had your chance. Some things don't deserve second chances.
Oh my god. Don't kill it. Oh my god. Show us where else you can bury kids. I don't care. Maybe I change your food, but I'm not gonna. Oh my god, there is another one. Okay, I'm gonna say Miriam. Was it a lady? Oh, that's so cool. Miriam Soulakiotis, country Greece, from 1939 to 1951. Proven victims 177. Possible victims more than 500. Okay,
Possible.
known as Mother Rasputin. Abbess believed to have murdered wealthy women and children who came into her abbey. The true number of her victims is a matter of debate, but she was found guilty of 177 murders, 150 through negligence? How is that possible? Fraudulently claiming to offer free tuberculosis TB treatments, when the treatment only consists of abiding in her high-altitude convent, and 27 through starvation. Died in prison in 1954. Jesus fucking Christ. So she was in there, she was helping people, that's why. Because that's
nothing where they went after.
I want another woman. Give me another woman. Damn, hammer.
Then you were on the
This
triple
was a
digits.
cool. Oh, Hushain arrested for somebody from Iran.
Yeah.
On the list, man.
You made it.
Oh, I made a list like which 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9th. Hushain Amini, Iran, from 1954 to 1962. He killed proven 67, known as the ghost of the Qanat Fields. Oh, I know this one. How could I forgot that? Murdered 67 people in the city of Varomin from 1954 to 1962, sometimes aided by accomplices. He earned his nickname by decapitating his victims post-mortem and then dumping their bodies into wells. Why did you do that, Hushain? Hushain, شبه 4 قنات. So you're a rapist. I mean, all of them say and rapist. Because that makes sense. You rape somebody, like, I don't want to deal with this. It has so much logical thing to it. I want to, the ones that are interesting to me, honestly, I know this sounds really morbid, but the serial killers that are interesting to me, that they kill for not sex. Like, the reason they kill. So they generally have some sort of motive. Like, for example, killing black people. Like, oh, they're, like, not human, blah, blah. Or, like, killing rich people.
But most of them are because of that, though.
What?
They always have something to do with
sexuality. But I want to know about people who killed without, like, I don't care. I'm not interested in you that way.
I just want you gone.
Those are interesting.
Well, this guy didn't kill. He didn't have sex with those people. The end game. He just robbed the dead people.
So let's see, women, and then he was hanged. Okay, now I'm gonna find one of these people who. Oh my God, look at this kid. Would you ever think he's a serial killer? Beautiful boy. He killed. His conviction was murder. He had killed at least 70 people for pleasure. See, that's what I'm talking about. He killed his victims by hitting them with a hammer on the neck below the ears, which gained him the moniker Kanpatimar, one who hits under the ear. Wow, there's a word for that. He was convicted in early 1979 and was hanged in 1979. He repented, and his last words before. Oh, that's not so cool. Like the last words of these people. I'm gonna look that up. Hanged where I have murdered in vain. Nobody should become like me. Good listen.
At least they learn.
So he really did enjoy killing.
I think they're terrible like that too. They just
I like them.
doing it, but that was all.
Oh my God, Abdul Jabbar from Afghanistan. He proved 65, more than 300 people, killed 65 men and boys by strangling them with turbans. Wow, signature with turbans, while raping them.
Oh wow. And
Suspected
not only
of
you
torture,
dying, I'm like,
sentences to death and hanged of was committed killing two women, land missing others there. Like claims. I just want to find the ones that they didn't do things. Okay. What were you saying?
wow. I was thinking about John Gacy, but he was very similar, like, oh, very stand up kind of guy. No one will ever suspect that he did all these things. But he had this I don't know, what do you call it? He had like a company that he will do contractor jobs, and he will hire like young boys to be like the helpers.
Okay.
But the way he would do that, like he will befriend them and make them like, oh, like he want to be all buddy with them. But eventually he will pick one of them to convince them to like have sex with them or something, and then he will kill them, and he will bury them beneath his house. So I think they like recovered 33 bodies from underneath his house. Why are you laughing?
There's this question on Reddit. I'm googling, so why is it like serial killers who killed for not sexual reasons, and says, I love the way they phrase it. Can anyone recommend
Recommend.
male serial killers who had no sexual motives? Like, what do you mean recommend?
Yeah, I know this guy down the street.
Like, do you need one?
Like, you wanna be killed without getting like abused?
His crimes were motivated by his mental illness and don't appear to have had any sexual motive at all, as the intent was to prevent earthquakes.
What? He was sacrificed to some god or what?
Alexander Pichushkin, he said killing was like sex for him, but it was also like food and water to him. It's Ocampo as well. He pretty much would go around and stab his victims when he had the urge. James Dale Ritchie is a maybe, but we don't really know his motives period after his death in 2016. I love how much people have information about these things.
Definitely think like they always try to figure out, okay, like what makes you want to kill, and no one really can figure it out. There's just something weird in their brain, like they just want to do it.
Oh, there is a meaning for that. It's called thrill killing, just for fun. Like just you get
The high.
like Dexter has that, right? So he just needs that killing, but he just helped him, that his dad helped him to guide it toward like thrill kill the people who deserve to die. So it's a premeditated and random murder that is motivated by the sheer excitement of the act. While there have been attempts to categorize multiple murders, such as identifying thrill killing as a type of hedonistic mass killing, actual details of events frequently overlap category definitions, making attempts at such distinctions problematic. Do we have people list? So May 21st, 1924, university students Nathan and Richard something kidnapped and murdered 14-year-old Bobby Franks. Leopold, age 19 at the time, and Leob, 18, believed themselves to be Nietzsche. I cannot say that word. It's Nietzsche, Nietzsche, the philosopher.
No.
Okay. Who would commit a perfect crime, in this case a kidnapping and murder, both for a sentence to life imprisonment plus 99 years. Oh, Leob was murdered in prison, while Leopard was paroled after 30 days. 30 years. Insane man placed a high explosive charge on the railroad. That was want to blow things up. Oh, the Zodiac Killer.
I think I heard about.
Yeah, the Zodiac Killer. So many movies about it because he didn't have sexual intentions. Terrorized the San Francisco Bay Area in Northern California, encrypted from 1968 to 69. So 1 year he did it. Well, exactly from December 18. Oh my God. In cryptic letters he wrote in newspapers, he claimed killing people is so much fun. It's even better than killing wild game. in the forest because man is the most dangerous animal. To kill gives me the most thrilling experience. It's even better than getting your rocks off with a gear. There were 5 confirmed victims. However, many more victims are suspected to have been killed by him. That's why there's so many movies. Cool. So yeah.
That reminds me, there was like a murder kind of like that in my my hometown, like here in the
See,
US.
now we're
No,
opening
but
up.
it was kids, it was teenagers, and they killed another kid with a machete.
With a machete?
No, I think they beat him to death, and they also cut off some parts of his body. But it was like 5 or 6 kids against one.
Oh my god.
And they were all like 16, 17, you know. How do you go through with that?
But like bullying to the next level, right? Like
I know, but like with a machete?
there is a psychosis attack. Like in that moment you just not is something is connected to your brain totally different. But also like every moment from that moment you have a split second to think what the hell.
I know, that's what I'm saying. I mean, maybe not all of them did, right? But if you're already there, like, well,
It doesn't
doesn't matter.
matter.
You're already
You
there.
try to hold him back, throw him back, punch him, like to stop him.
Mm-hmm.
No, but like, I mean, these things gives me chills. The fact that wasn't somebody saying that there's a serial killer in our city?
Yeah, that's like what they're saying. Yeah.
Have you checked on that?
I've not checked on that.
That would be cool, you know, like.
I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of serial killers.
Yeah, but
Right?
like the numbers are not like so much. Like
Yeah.
probably just
Because I mean, it's like you said. Like, I mean, what about homeless people? Like, no one checks on them.
exactly,
Like, someone's killing them, and no one will know probably. Or so.
Well, not giving ideas.
But yeah. I'm just saying, like, they're probably a lot more.
If you want, if you want easy target. They're actually pretty wild. A lot of this around here. They're not really that easy.
Yeah.
They're like amped up on weird drugs, and they keep some. I mean, it's probably not easy to stay alive in the streets because I would think that some homeless people are trying to like getting more stuff from the other homeless people, so they would attack each other. So
Yeah.
you need to have your territory. Exactly.
Yeah.
So there's this like guy in near our where we park, the very chubby guy. Have you seen? How is he so chubby? What is he eating?
Yeah, because he's not absorbing his inside like stores, right? To like.
Yeah, like seriously, like he is obese. It's not just like, oh, he's pudgy and like well fed. No, he's obese. What are you eating?
You know, I mean, there are places that people go to get food, right?
How much? But they don't give you like so much food. They give you just one portion you would need. I think they would give 4,000 calories a day. Because this guy seems like he's eating it. What if every time I see him, everything I think about that what if this is his side gig?
I mean, honestly, will not.
But I would never give money. He's always shouting and yelling and so angry. So he just like imagine like he's a real person and he's so eating everything, goes to work like.
But somehow,
Oh, it's Friday morning.
one time we see them walking, so I was like, "What the? Like you or the guy?" No, but he would not work here, right? Because then everybody will recognize him. Yeah, I don't know.
So yeah, just don't want to know what he's eating. So it's a separate thing, but super
Like, how
nutritious.
did he stay like that?
How do you keep that body so fit?
I'll be scared. He's gonna chase me down.
No, he's very scary.
Okay. Well, hopefully this was informative for some people.
Just want to say that I know that it might not sound as scary as the episode, but I think this is the scariest episode because it is the actual fact that this shit happened and it's happening. Honestly, I want to look up. I want to look up to see what is a murder here right now. Serial killer. Beep.
And
Beep. 3 days ago, what we know and what we don't about beep death so far. As bodies. Oh my god, so many. Oh, it's not gonna let me read it.
no.
As bodies. Oh my god. Oh man, it doesn't let me read it. So they're throwing them in the water. So apparently
let
the
me
water
find
keeps
the
having bodies there.
Yeah.
Gaslighting entire city over serial killer fears. 16th body, John.
Yeah. 60th or 16th?
16, one
Okay.
sixth. It still is a lot, sir.
Yeah.
But excuse me, how many bodies have been found in this? Okay, since 2023, 53 bodies have been found.
Yeah, but I mean,
I know that they're not from the same person, but I
Yeah,
don't
that's
want to
the
go
thing.
around that lake anymore. Because there's a
there's a chance that you'll find the one.
So how many months? Like how many? 12 months since 2023. So at least more than one in a month.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a high chance more than 1/30th.
Well, I don't ever ride that way, so
Yeah.
I don't remember it.
Interesting. Because always the best. Okay, if you kill somebody, how are you gonna dispose of their body?
Chop them up
And
and slowly throw them somewhere.
in trash or something? That's actually pretty
I mean,
easy.
trash, yeah, it will be pretty
Trash is pretty easy. Like, how are they gonna find it? Like every, I don't know, trash day, and you just put like one piece.
Yeah, it just goes into the freaking compressor.
Exactly.
That is ever gonna come back.
Exactly. As long as you manage to keep the rest of the body not known, yeah, that's one way. Acid, I would do acid. I would just dissolve everything.
Yeah, that's another thing. Yeah,
Just I don't want any trash. I just dissolve it all. It's the best way.
best way, true. But you need to buy in the big container that can
I
withstand the
do
acid.
little by little.
So you will chop them.
Because buying acid, yeah, of course I need to chop them.
Yeah.
Buying acid in that level and like the fumes and everything, it's not gonna be easy. It just have to be chopped, but
But it will cause a big smell even if you do it outside, right? It will be like a very strong smell. So even your neighbors could smell it.
have to like figure out some cover up for it, right? Okay, like I mean, America is huge. You can go in the middle of a.
Yeah, I can just go to the forest and just be like,
do
yeah.
it like there, and then like okay, done. But you definitely, I would not leave any trace. Just acid.
Yeah, but how do you know that you didn't leave any trace, right? That's how people get caught.
So the ice truck killer in Dexter, it would always drain all the blood from the corpse before cutting them up.
Oh yeah.
So that's one of the things. Watching Dexter.
You know how to drain the blood.
Educational. There's so many different ways. Like I always was problem with Dexter, like because Dexter living in Miami, right? He dumped everything. He would tie something heavy and dump them in the ocean. And interestingly, it doesn't come catch him, right? Because it's just so big ocean, and there's like I don't know, sharks or something.
Yeah, this guy, that's what he will do. He will dump them down this bridge, and like the current is so strong,
Exactly.
like he will just go somewhere, who knows where. You know.
I appreciate that Dexter would go on his boat and go for like a ride. This on a slice of life. That was the name of his boat.
Maybe a slice of bread.
But the thing is that most serial killer keep like a trophy or something from them. That's where it generally gets them. For obviously Dexter was a drop of blood, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he had all this.
Yeah, he had all the slice, right?
So definitely just let go and keep things in your memory. I would not want to keep things unless you keep something that is completely not from them, is correlated to them, like some sort of oh, that would be cool, like having like a gem collection and like associating every gem to one, but it's just has nothing to do with them.
Like it's their birthday.
Something like that. Yeah.
Then what if you get allowed diamonds?
Well, everything has a price.
Okay.
So yeah, in our city, if you didn't hear from us next week, probably we are in that late.
Yeah.
What if?
Hopefully not.
What if the person is one of our
listeners?
One of our tourists.
They're on to me.
We invite for next episode, Sarah or Madam. We don't discriminate.
You could be our host.
You can be
our guest.
Yes, and talk about real spooky stuff.
We'll go through your head. But yeah, that's what we have for this episode, guys. Thank you for hanging out with us. And let's skedaddle.
Bye.
Bye.
Whoa.